I think it's obvious that the nickel is a more difficult spot than the corner position, but you know, we're corners, so we have to be able to play the nickel spot, and Coach Combs believed in me to do the nickel spot, and I didn't do as well as he expected me to, so I got pulled, and that's just how it goes.
Who's the nickel now? You and Kendall and Denzel are the top three.
They had me going to nickel,
okay.
and then Kendall comes on at corner. So.
What has that competition been like between you and Kendall?
It's been great. You know, it's really, I mean, it's not, you guys say competition, but I don't look at it as a competition. I just look at it as we going out there trying to get better. You know what I mean? Like, we go out there trying to push each other to get better, and Coach Combs loves the rotation. Like, because obviously, as you guys saw last year, it was great. So we just go out there and push each other to become better, and at the end of the practice, we say we got better or we didn't. So.
What are the things that Kendall's brought to this group in his first year?
Have you seen him? He look like an action figure. He's fast. He's athletic. He's a great corner. He's just exactly what we need for that rotation.
Damon, Coach Combs said that you're a guy who plays, he used the word swag, and he said there's some people with a lot of attitude, a lot of enthusiasm when they're out there. Yeah. If you're a guy who likes to play that way, does it make it more difficult knowing that there are a lot of fans who haven't seen what you're able to do on the field?
I'm really probably not going to think about that. Just go out there and be who I know who I can be, play as well as I know I can play, and then by me doing that, then everybody would just see it. You know what I mean? Because that would mess my head up, trying to impress other people or thinking about what other people that I don't even know think about me.
Jimmy, yeah. But you know, it's funny because I remember in spring, one of the things that caught my eye was how you got up in receivers' faces and got after them. I mean, explain that swagger, I guess, or not maybe swagger, but that attitude you got to have to play corner.
Yeah, being a corner, you gotta have something about yourself. I feel like, and what you see in practice, I know that me doing that is gonna get our receivers better, and I know that if I try to get inside of their head during practice, then that's something that's gonna happen to them in the game. And if I'm doing it in practice every single day, that's not even gonna bother them. But at the same time, that's just what type of player I am. I like having fun out there. I like knowing that somebody else is worried about me covering them and telling them that, yeah, I'm right here. You know what I'm saying? So.
What's it like to be in the midst of this competition, if you want to call it that? I mean, it seems like you're more than holding your own, but you know, you've got young guys in and around you. And Kendall, like you just talked about, he's not a young guy, but he's a new guy. I mean, what does it take every day, I guess, to maintain your spot?
You just got to go out there and work on something. You know what I'm saying? There's days that everybody gets up and just doesn't feel like going to practice. But if you're trying to reach a goal and you go out there and try to work on one specific thing or two specific things and maintain that focus, then I feel like you go out there and have a good practice and become better each day.
Well, this competition, kind of competition, does it also tell you can't take anything for granted from one day to the next?
Nothing. You see, like, man, you got Okuda, Wade, Marcus, Amir, Kendall, me, Denzel, like all of those, everybody that I just named, they future first rounders in my opinion. So I feel like nobody in our unit can go out there and feel like they don't want to practice. You know what I mean? Because it's deep.
So speaking of first rounders, last year the corners were 2 first rounders and Denzel. What did Denzel do so well a year ago to get in that rotation, make it a 3-man rotation? And then how has he taken another step this year?
Denzel is amazing. Like, you see how fast he is? I feel like him doing special teams his freshman year, showing his explosiveness and speed, bursting downfield, making tackles. And then the previous camp that we had, he had a great camp. And then with the first games and stuff that Coach Combs threw him in the rotation, he did what he had to do and then just built off of each game. So, and then now he's just I just hope he keeps going because it's gonna be something crazy.
Is there a pressure, or I don't know if pressure's right, a responsibility that you guys feel in the room, given the tradition that's kind of been built up the last few years at the quarterback position?
Of course, like we don't want to. There's no drop, like Coach Combs says. There's no drop off from year to year, from subbing somebody in or out. Like there should be no drop off, and Coach Combs believes, and I know that he's a better coach from last year to this year. So him being a better coach, he should coach better, and the players should be better from what he says, and I trust him 100%. So, but to answer your question, yeah, there's definitely a responsibility because we're Ohio State, and all the tradition and the years that Ohio State's been known as one of the top teams, it's a lot.
What about
personally? What's the bulb that went on from last year to this year, or is it just a matter of waiting your turn? I mean, what's different about you in that regard? You know what I mean, Damon?
As far as like you guys said, like my attitude and everything, I'm the same person. You know, I'm a lot. I'm sorry, I'm not the same person. It's just it took growing up to do. I feel like when it comes to football, I have a better understanding of everything from what Coach Combs teaches me and from what Denzel teaches me and the conversations that I've had with Marshawn, Garyon, Eli. They motivate me to become a better person.
Is there any guy among like the guys like Marshawn, Garyon, and Eli who you were closest with who might have maybe helped you along more than the others?
You see, I don't want to say one, but I'd probably say when it comes to like me coming to somebody, I'd probably come to Garyon. Yeah, me and Garyon have had some really serious conversations of him being like tough love, everything. So I really appreciate him for all of that.
It's kind of like his career started sort of similarly to yours. Like you got on the field and maybe didn't go the way you wanted, and now you're in a spot to really contribute. Did you guys talk about that kind of stuff?
Yeah, he just said maybe it happens like that sometimes. You can't go back and fix anything. You just control what you do going forward. So
We've heard you've now been, taught and learned, had conversations with people. In turn, how are you helping out, some of the young guys like Jeff Okuda, Sean Wade, these true freshmen, Amir Reed, guys like that?
When I see them making some of the same mistakes that I made last year, that's probably the first thing I'll jump on them about. Tell them exactly what to do, this, and this. Whether somebody is getting yelled at after a play, after they mess up or something, just tell them have a short, be in a corner. You got to have a short memory. You know what I'm saying? I know you guys saw the Oklahoma game. First play, I got in there, touchdown. You know what I mean? So you got to have a short memory playing corner because they're going to go at you again. So that's just some of the stuff that I've learned that I try to explain to them.
Yeah, with guys on the other side, do you feel like the Ohio State receivers, their group of receivers, is kind of well preparing you guys for the early games against Indiana, like the receivers at Indiana or the receivers at Oklahoma?
I feel like our group of receivers are preparing us for anybody that we play. Guys like Austin Mack, Ben Vick, Paris, Terry, all of those dudes I feel like are top athletes, and they definitely get us better every single day.
Yeah, what have you seen from them that you guys need to work on going into the season out in the secondary year?
What do you mean?
So they're working on the deep ball, and do you feel like guys defending the deep ball is better because they're working on the deep ball, or?
Definitely. They throw deep balls, about 100 of them every single day. You know what I mean? And from last year to this year is a major improvement. I feel like they definitely getting that.
Who of those guys is really having a camp that you think could catch people's eyes in the next first couple of days?
Austin. Well, shoot, there's a couple of them. Austin, he's having a great camp. Vic, he having a great camp. Terry, he's having a great camp. Paris, he's having a great camp. So I feel like offensively we strapped up.
Who's your favorite guy to cover?
Austin.
Who's your least favorite guy to cover?
1 second. Because Austin, he gives me, it's just a battle every single time. Me and Austin got something going on.
Thanks, David.